Have you ever watched a movie and thought, I know where that was shot? Or maybe there's a location in a film and it looks familiar, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Well, welcome to On Location, the program that aims to find out who, where, when, and how. In this program, I'm going to be taking a look at the powerful political thriller Defence of the Realm. This dark, tense 1985 movie has Irish actor Gabriel Byrne in the lead role. Byrne plays Nick Mullen, a Fleet Street reporter who stumbles upon a government cover-up. A young lad escaping from a detention centre is killed in an accident, and a prominent MP resigns amid allegations of involvement with the KGB. Are the two connected?
The script by Martin Stellman was a project which David Putnam had bought for his company Enigma, and I joined Enigma as a producer. I'd just come back from America, and my brief there was to find a great love story, which was proving harder than I imagined.
I'm standing on the steps just outside Westminster Tube Station. This area has been used many times in movies. This is where Denham Elliott, who plays senior reporter Vernon, meets his friend, the disgraced MP Dennis Markham, played by Ian Bannon.
My dear Vernon, now this had better be good. I had to leave just as the division bell was ringing. Why the hell couldn't we meet in Annie's bar?
Because this time it's more serious.
Now come on, we've had the build-up. You better tell me.
Miranda Court.
You talking to me as a friend or a newspaper man? Was that a silly question?
Dennis, listen to me.
We were allowed to put lights on to the House of Parliament. It's a pretty difficult thing to get permission for, but they managed to give us that.
Been working throughout the night to rescue victims still trapped in the rubble.
We had to do the opening of the car coming towards.
It's sort of a trick shot. It involved digging a trench in the road somewhere outside Cambridge.
Very good rehearsal. Car was wrapped, car would come up and crane would come down. And when we did the take, the car hit the crane and the camera. It completely smashed the camera. I'd never seen anything like it before. I thought it was extraordinary.
While talking to a friend in a restaurant in Westminster, Nick sees the MP's secretary, Nina, for the first time. She's played by the beautiful Greta Scacchi.
Who's the girl with Vernon?
Oh, that's Malcolm's secretary, Nina Beckman. What angle is Bayliss working on, do you know?
I don't know.
Well, she's been quite cut up about Malcolm. Well, they were very good friends. Both Reds together.
Vernon never told me he was a communist.
Oh, yes. Well, of course, he probably wanted to keep it under his hat. I mean, not exactly appropriate for Kingsbrook newspapers, is it? Come on, let's eat.
We were under a certain amount of pressure to have someone fairly well known for that role. And we were very, very keen to get Greta. The problem was she was going to need quite a lot of persuading, was it wasn't as big a part as she might be expecting to play at that point in her career.
The plot thickens when an anonymous phone caller tips off Nick about MP Dennis Markham's dubious past.
Come on, Vernon. There's Markham, there's Kleist.
That doesn't prove that Markham's a Russian spy. You can't use it, Nick. You'll be crucified.
All right. For 4.5 years, this guy was chairman of the Common Select Committee on Defence, during which time he had access to our most important secrets. Right? No, let me finish. He shares his lover with a known KGB agent. Vernon, please let me finish. They then meet in Czechoslovakia and are seen laughing and talking at a conference. I mean, I've got to use it.
Director David Drury gives Defence of the Realm a very claustrophobic, edgy feel. This perfectly suits the plot with its sense of threat and oppressive surroundings. Defence of the Realm was shot entirely on location, mostly around London, which certainly added to its realistic feel. Now, it's time to move on to our next location, which, mercifully, is not very far from here. Having taken the rather drunken Vernon back home to his burgled flat the night before, Nick walks into a nasty surprise at work.
Hi, good Nick, come in. I've got some bad news, I'm afraid. Vernon was found dead this morning.
What?
Yeah. Looks like a heart attack.
Defense of the Realm uses many London landmarks as backdrops in keeping with the film's political feel. It's here on Hungerford Bridge that Nick catches up with Nina, hoping to secure her help.
Do you still think he's a spy?
Jesus Christ. No, of course I don't.
Then why the hell doesn't it say that there?
Because if he isn't, it means he was framed. If he was framed, I just don't know how.
You didn't have any problem figuring out Prague.
All right, Prague was a mistake. I should have listened to Vernon. I need your help.
What was interesting the minute we met Gabriel, I mean, partly because he's Irish, he obviously doesn't fit any of the stereotypes here. He's quite hard to place, and you don't look at him and immediately know where he comes from, what his background is.
I think it's time for a bit of movie trivia. Gabriel Byrne also appears in the 1998 film Enemy of the State, another government conspiracy thriller. Greta Scacchi is half Italian and half English. She apparently turned down the role offered to Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. Robbie Coltrane makes an appearance in Defense of the Realm as newspaper hack Leo McCaskey.
Hello, Pentagon.
Press office, please.
Army, Navy, or Air Force?
Air Force.
Gwendolyn.
Hi. My name is Gordon Carey. I'm doing a piece on the F-111 aircraft for War Monthly here in London. I was wondering if you'd help me.
That's why we're here, Mr. Carey.
Good. Well, first of all, am I correct in saying that F-111 aircraft stationed at main United States operation bases in the UK are on continuous alert?
QRA, quick reflex alert. Yes, you would be correct, Mr. Carey.
Does that mean the aircraft are armed with nuclear weapons?
Yes, it does.
Sorry?
I said yes, it does.
Can you tell me under what circumstances would a quick reflex alert aircraft go on a flying mission?
I would have thought that was self-evident.
You mean a full alert?
Yes.
Can you tell me what would happen if, hypothetically, an aircraft crashed with its nuclear payload still on board?
Are you writing for War Monthly or Peace Monthly, Mr. Carey? Surely you can't expect me to...
Hello?
We did send the script to the Pentagon to ask if they would let us use one of the American air bases, and we were allowed one official visit.
Nick unearths a massive government cover-up, which involves several seemingly unrelated incidents. The film does ask some serious questions about freedom of information, such as, where do you draw the line?
Jack McLeod. It's Nick Mullen.
Oh, hang on. Where are you?
I'm at home.
Okay, hang on.
Nick, how are you feeling?
I feel fine. I'm coming in, Jack.
You sure? You sound a wee bit...
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, well, suit yourself. See you later.
Government agents arrest Nick. Is it because he's getting closer to the truth?
Anthony Clegg. My name's Nick Mullen. We talked on the telephone earlier, remember?
I think there must be some mistake.
Oh, yeah?
Mr. Mullin? Mr. Nicholas Mullin?
There is an ominous feeling as Nick is taken towards the pillars of power deep in the heart of Whitehall.
The only locations, the one that I know that we couldn't get access to, and we did try, in fact I went round with Roger, was the House of the Parliament.
I'm very attached to the movie. I must. Maybe it was the first feature I produced. I love the film, but I'm particularly fond of the scene where Nick Mullen's interrogated by the three wise men.
I'm standing outside a building in Horseferry Road, Westminster. This area here doubles as the Secret Service headquarters.
You would agree, would you not, that certain things bearing on the defense of the realm are best left unsaid?
If you mean covered up, no, I wouldn't.
From that, I take it, you are a believer in freedom of information.
Yes. Yes, I am. All information? Freely available over the counter?
No, of course not.
So, where would you stop once you embark on this striptease of a government?
I don't know.
I think it's a very frightening scene, but it also seems very plausible.
Here we see Nick released after questioning, at virtually the same spot as I'm standing.
I think we actually did that big explosion around about midnight, and I think we tore the whole of the front of that room out with quite a huge explosion. The police came after me. I actually hid. I was hiding.
Want to know the ending? Well, you just have to watch the film. See you next time.